There are 7 cities within the region of the northwest of England. This week, I am setting myself a challenge to try and reach them all within a single day. However, potential delays and cancellations could potentially throw everything off course again. Do I reach all northwest cities in one day, or does my plan fail? Watch to find out. Let's go.
Hey everyone, Reece's Trains, and today I start my vlog here in the city of Manchester. And I thought of something pretty cool for this vlog. I'm going to try and visit all the cities in one day in the northwest of England. Yes, Manchester, Salford, Chester, Liverpool, Preston, Lancaster and Carlisle. I'm really looking forward to this because it's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of trains involved, and a little bit of a challenge. So it is doable, and I'm hopeful it will go well as long as there's no delays, no cancellations or anything like that, and then happy days. So yeah, interested to see how this plays out. So if you're ready, let's head to Manchester Victoria and let's get started. Right, so I'm in the station ahead of schedule, and the first train we're getting today is the 10:28 Northern service to head Bolt Lane, which is going to take me to Salford Central, the first of the cities I am going to today. So, got 10 minutes, it's just a waiting game at this point until the train turns up.
I get through the barriers and everything seems to be running on time at the minute.
Right, I have stood further down the platform because I've just worked out where the train will stop by looking at the markers behind me. I figured out the best place to stand is here. Like, the general public really won't notice that, but since I picked it up, the train will stop here. So we'll see if it's going to be an old 150 or 156 shortly. Right, I'm on the 156, and I've noticed the lighting in here is slightly different to the other 156s I've been on. Other than that, I haven't got very much to say about it. It's just a short hopper now to Salford Central.
While it was nice to see the Pride TPE Nova 1, unfortunately, we are already running into issues.
Oh dear, nearly 5 minutes have passed and we still have not left Manchester Victoria. It's getting a little bit worrying because I'm not going to have a lot of time in Salford, and we are not moving at this point in time. I don't know what's going on, unless it's a late running train. I don't know, so we're currently being held here. I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
We depart Manchester Victoria 6 minutes behind schedule, and we have also lost our slot getting out of the station, further delaying us.
Right, I have just come off at Salford. Welcome to Salford. Now, unfortunately, thanks to some idiot who thought it was a good idea to disrupt our train, I have now lost 10 minutes. So now I only have 12 minutes to spend time here in Salford, and I'll have to go for my next train. Oh, thanks for that. This is the second city that I've been to today. I'm only going to have a quick walk around because my next train is in 10 minutes, so I'm not going to be able to spend a lot of time here, but everything seems to be going okay at the minute, but whether it'll stay that way or not is anyone's guess. But you can just see how one disruption can really throw things off course. If it had been 10 minutes later, I would have been screwed. It's scary, but it's interesting at the same time because you never know what's going to happen with these vlogs. But no, have a quick look at Salford and then we'll head for my next city. Right, so the next train I'm getting is the 10:55 Northern service to Blackburn, and that's going to take me back to Manchester Victoria because I'm going to use Manchester Victoria to change trains. So Everything all right for the minute, but let's hope it keeps going smoothly. Yeah, Blackburn. Okay, so far so good, so let's just hope it stays that way. I'm on the train now, let's get back to Victorian, let's see how we go. Right, I made it to platform 3 and my train has been delayed by 6 minutes. It's good because it allows me a little bit of time to get from platform 5 or 6 to here, so not too much worry at the minute, but if the delay mounts up then it could become an issue. So we'll see how we go because it could affect later trains, but we'll see. Not too worried at the minute, but we'll see how we go.
Unfortunately, the delay mounted up again and the train arrives in 12 minutes late.
I'm on the train now. Now this challenge is obviously becoming pretty stressful. Delay after delay after delay. I have a bad feeling at some point or another my plans are going to be thrown off course. All we can do is just see what happens. It's getting pretty nerve-wracking at this point, let's put it that way. Right, welcome to Chester, and the good thing is the sun's come out and at least we weren't even more delayed, otherwise it would have been problems. Now, because we've lost 7 minutes, I'm only going to have 20 minutes here because I am going to try Merseyrail for the first time. Never been on Merseyrail before, I've been wanting to try them out for a while, so we'll do that in a bit. We'll spend 20 minutes here and then we'll head and then we'll do just that. Okay, so I have been into Chester a couple times before when I went with Aviation West Coast and when I came for a little day trip here a long time ago. So I've been here before, it's nothing new. Have a little wander around the city for like 10 minutes before I have to head back. But hey, we've ticked off Chester, so that's the main thing. Right, so the next train I'm getting is the 12:31 Merseyrail service to Liverpool Central, getting off at Liverpool Lime Street. Now, this is going to be my first ever time Merseyrail, and what's worth pointing out is if you go aboard Merseyrail, you need paper tickets because I know they can get pretty fussy about it. So just a heads up for my viewers or anybody you know who's thinking about going on Merseyrail, just so it avoids problems because sometimes it can be a bit funny. You can still get fined for it even if you show like an e-ticket or anything, so just something to watch out for.
And here's my first Merseyrail train and it's arriving in late. Why is it with these delays today? I must be unlucky. Ooh. Ooh.
And Liverpool Central.
Well, my first ever time on Merseyrail, and I like the interior of this train, even though the seats are really firm and uncomfortable, so I'm not happy about that. But nonetheless, we're going to sit back and enjoy my first ever ride to Liverpool Lime Street by Merseyrail, so let's go.
The next station is H. This train does not call at Capenhurst.
What I do like, however, is the screen showing destinations and the CCTV cameras.
This is Birkenhead Central. Please take care when stepping from the train.
By the time we got to Birkenhead Central, my back was starting to irritate me from these awful seats. I have to say, these are some of the worst seats that I have ever sat on a train.
Like those fancy lights. I've made it to Lime Street Merseyrail station, and I don't know why, it feels somewhat like the London Underground a little bit. It's pretty cool. We're going to watch this train go, and then we'll head out the station. We'll spend a little bit of time in Liverpool. Right, welcome to Liverpool, my fourth city I'm in today. We're doing all right, despite delays. Really nerve-wracking, but I think we're doing all right. Now I think I'm gonna have a little bit of a break, a little bit of pit stop, find somewhere, grab some lunch and then get back on the move. So we'll see if there's anything nearby the Lime Street area and we'll go from there. But yeah, nice to be back in Liverpool once again.
Can I make it warm?
Right, so here's my next train, 331016, which is going to take me to the Wigan. Now, Wigan's not a city, but I'm going to be using the Wigan to change trains because I'm heading up next to Preston on this 1345 Northern service to the Wigan North Western. So if you're ready, let's go on board. Right, so not very often I'm on a 331 off the Airedale and Wharfdale line. As I say, I'm off to Wigan, and the unit I'm on is 016. I presume this is going to be one of the units that's going to be operating the Airedale and Wharfdale services later this year, because more of the 331s are set to come over to Yorkshire, so we'll see what happens about that. But for now, I'm going to get my lunch out, sit back and enjoy the ride.
We depart Liverpool Lime Street on time, thankfully, which means I can sit back and relax. And we're setting off the same time as an Aviation West Coast Evero.
Welcome aboard this Northern service to Wigan North Western.
Now this is a 7-car 807 which came into service later than the 805s which I reviewed last year, and I do have a vlog on that, so do check it out. I haven't been on the 807s yet, but I should check them out sometime soon. As we pulled into Edge Hill, we say goodbye to the 807 as they're not set to stop here. And of course, let's not forget that we do stop at Wavy Tree Technology Park. Thankfully, we are running on time, and there's a special guest before we get into Wigan North Western.
We will shortly be arriving at Wigan North Western.
Yes, it's 331107, my former favourite train unit. I haven't seen that unit in a while, and I should probably take another ride on it at some point. Of course, my favourite unit is now 17428 up in ScotRail.
This is Wigan North Western, where this train turns.
Make yourself known to the platform staff so you can be boarded onto the train.
Right, first time I am back in the Wigan North Western in a little while. Now, I am going to be using this station to change trains because obviously Wigan's not a city, it's a town. And I'll be getting the 1439 Aviation West Coast service to Blackpool North, running a minute or two late.
For your own safety, you are reminded to stand behind the yellow line.
Right, I'm on the Pendolino, so let's go to Preston.
Welcome on board this Aviation West Coast service to Blackpool North, calling at Preston.
Of course, with Aviation, it's a fast one as we pass Euxton Borshaw Lane and Leyland before arriving into Preston.
Front of the train in zones 1 to 4. Standard coaches are at the rear.
Right, welcome to Preston, my fifth stop off for today. And we're going to spend half an hour here and then we get my next train. But yeah, despite the delays earlier, I think we're doing okay. So I'm starting to feel it now. I'm starting to feel pretty tired. It's been a long day so far. So yeah, onwards, let's keep going. Right, I'm back at Preston Station. Two more places to go. Next train I'm getting is the 15:33 Northern service to Windermere, which is going to take me up one stop to Lancaster.
15:33 Northern service to Windermere. Calling to Lancaster, Oxenholme Lake District, Kendal, Burneside, Stanley and Windermere. This train is formed of Lake.
Right, okay, so I've decided to stand in the vestibule for this one because the train is rather busy and plus I'm only going one stop towards Lancaster, so let's go.
The next station stop is Lancaster.
Thankfully we leave Preston on time and it's not long before we get to speed, reaching 100 miles an hour on the West Coast main line towards Lancaster.
Right, so welcome to Lancaster, my 6th and penultimate place we're stopping off at today. Now I've got an hour here, so I'm just going to go have a little wander around. I haven't actually probably been out of the station before because I've always used Lancaster to change trains, but I think today's an opportunity to go have a little wander around for a little bit and see what's here, so let's go. And I found Lancaster Castle. That didn't take long. Right, I'm back now at Lancaster Station. I'm starting to get tired, but we've got one more place to go. So the next train I'm getting is the 16:57 Aviation West Coast service to Glasgow Central, where I'm going to get off at Carlisle and we'll finish up our challenge. So wait a little bit and then we'll get going. Right, last train of this vlog. Now on the way up to Carlisle, then I've done all the cities in the northwest of England. And also something I've noticed about this particular service, this train is also calling at Lockerbie, which Avanti doesn't normally stop there, it's normally Transpennine Express, but nonetheless, let's go.
Of course, we hit some lovely scenery as we go through Cumbria. Okay, it's not as good as Settles Carlisle or the Scottish Highlands, but it's still lovely. As we were approaching Carlisle, it was starting to get dark and I was arriving into my final city.
Right, welcome to Carlisle, the most northern city in the northwest and my 7th and final destination today. As you know, it's nice round here in Carlisle. Been here a few times before and it is a little pretty. And without further ado, I have now been in a single day to all 7 cities in the northwest of England. Yes, we did it. Right, there's only one way we can end the vlog, and that is right next to a ScotRail 156. 156-431 right next to me. And you never know, that one of these 156s could plan to take me up the West Highland line to Fort William and Mallaig sometime soon. So keep an eye out. I've got a trip planned for that. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm really excited to do the West Highland line at some point with these 156s. And yeah, right, that's going to be it. I really hope you enjoyed that. It's been a lot of fun going to all the cities in the northwest of England. And yeah, I'm knackered now. Right, I'm going to spend a little bit more time here, then I'm going to get my train. I'm going to head back down towards Leeds. I need to go home and have a rest. Right, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next vlog. Thank you, bye-bye.
A huge thank you to all my channel members who are listed on screen now. And if you want to become a channel member, you can join by hitting the join button or follow the links in the description. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my vlog. If you liked, leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more coming soon. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.